Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 hit games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description listing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 230. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, the great Codeholio has dug up DOSGAMES /arcade/1WQ10. Maybe something called World Quest or something like that. We got some WQ files. It doesn't really tell us much. An order form, support doc, vendor doc. We do have a file id.diz though. So, file id.diz. World Quest. Oh, I was just guessing. Like, I don't actually know of any. Like, I've never played a game called World Quest before. It's just seeing WQ. I just thought World Quest, and well, there we go. So, VGA arcade game featuring smooth scrolling, great sound blaster effects and music. I'm a little hesitant to say that this is going to have sound blaster effects. Like, the WGT file there is big enough to be sound effects, but most of the rest isn't. So it could just be ad-lib effects, but anyways, written with the WordUp Graphics Toolkit version 3.2, over 140 sprites on screen at once. There wasn't really anything else to it, was there? Not really. And so apparently it was $15 to order, so let's just quickly take a look at the wq.doc file there, just in case there's some particular controls that might be useful to know. I don't think these are going to be complicated controls. Arrows to move, control to shoot missiles, and alt to drop a bomb. I can deal with that. Okay, WQ. Configuring World Quest. Do you want to use a joystick? No. Do you have a sound blaster? Yes. Refer to your sound blaster. Oh, it actually, well, okay, it wants the port number, so maybe there will be actual sound effects here. So, and I believe it's set to IRQ7. You want to change the game speed. Well, we can just adjust it with a cycles count, so we'll just say no to that. Okay, it's definitely going too fast. Okay, that seems a little better. And yeah, we've got some crazy ad-lib going on right now. Okay, we got a moon. And looks like maybe a title coming in. World Quest. And it's still pretty much grayscale. We got that ad-lib is really like hammering away there. Okay, and now we're doing a squish effect. And what next? Oh, we've got our menu screen. So apparently this was made by Chris Eggerter? Something like that. And please give it to all your friends. Remember to register. Brought to you by WordUp Software Productions. Okay, that sound effect when I'm moving through the menu is kind of, well, first of all, it's hard to hear because the ad-lib is just really loud, but let's see what the instructions say here. So your quest is to attack and conquer 10 worlds which are populated by a race of highly intelligent beings. Okay, so we're just flat out committing genocide. That's our goal for the game. Okay then. Destroy the alien defense bases and rescue the hostages. Well, you know, I guess they did take some hostages, so Oh, and we do have an extra control here. Space to drop nukes. Okay, and it looks like there's power-ups to pick up, which suggests that this is going to be a 2D shooter. Just looking at that. One thing's for sure, we don't see a lot of 2D shooters on this show, which is kind of surprising. But anyways, yeah, I guess we might as well just start. Okay, fading into the attack screen. Okay, I think I probably do have the cycles maybe a little too low. Just a second. Okay, so I raised the cycles way up, and it's still going the same speed. So I think this is the speed the game's supposed to go at. Which is interesting, but whatever. So it kind of moves you forward automatically, but you can still move backwards, and that kind of stops the screen from scrolling. Apparently we only have one bomb. We've got to make it past that thing over there somehow. Oh no, we got more than one bomb. What? Okay, that was the nuke just there. So the nuke is spacebar, and that's what's referred to as bombs in the thing there. So it's kind of weird, but whatever. Okay, so got myself another one of the nukes. Okay, so we can't go up that way, so we gotta go down this way. Okay, so the green bar at the side is apparently shields. And there's something round coming down there, which I couldn't shoot for whatever reason. Oh, this is good to know. You can't actually collide with the... Well, you can, but you don't take damage. So that's good to know. You don't take damage from colliding with the world around you. So that should make things a little bit easier. Okay, so how am I supposed to get past that thing? Well, maybe if I go up like that? Okay. So this is actually kind of like, almost like a puzzle game almost. Because you're trying to, oh, wait, how am I supposed to... Yeah, I'm not sure how you're supposed to deal with these things, because... Yeah, okay, I managed to do it there, but... So I wouldn't call this game bad, but I wouldn't call it good either. Because it's very rough feeling. Like, the controls work okay. But this really feels like it's like... Oh, it's hard to put into words. It's almost like this is like the next step up from somebody just learning how to make games. So it's not, doesn't feel like their first game they ever made. Rather, it feels like one where they've learned some new tricks and are now trying them out, but still don't have the full experience in terms of game dev. It definitely has a different feel compared to most 2D shooters, I'll give it that. But the music is a little, droning. Like, I mean, the guy probably made the music too, like, I'll have to look at the credits after this, but I get the impression this is like a solo project right here. Although I am still alive, like, even despite all the damage I've taken, because I know I've taken a lot of hits, I'm still going here. Although this looks a little impossible. Like, how am I supposed to get through this without taking like a gazillion hits? Well, I have two-way fire now. Oh, and I just lost a life. So if you lose a life, you actually just respawn right where you are, so that's handy. Yeah, I think if I really want to survive this, I kind of need like more power-ups. Like, look at that! The game just froze on me. Okay then, and looking ahead, it doesn't actually look like there's anything ahead of me, so I think I might have like reached the end of the level and the game is just like, yeah, there's no level left, so you're done. Well, now you can definitely tell it's frozen because the music actually stopped and didn't come back. Yeah, I'm gonna try rebooting the emulation here and then just going back in and seeing like what the registration details were, because this game really doesn't feel like it's finished. I mean, looking at the ordering info here, it looks as though the full version is simply twice as long, like has the last 5 levels, and then the Shareware version only has the first 5 levels. But at the same time, it's like... And yeah, there's a whole password system too. Like, I think the game actually really did just lock up on me. It wasn't just unfinished. So in that case, not only is the game rough around the edges, it's also buggy. But like, I mean, the actual gameplay was working fine, and the controls were working fine. So, like, I mean, all things considered, it's like, we've definitely seen things that are a lot worse than this on the show for sure, but this definitely feels like it needed a little more work to get it into a really good state, because the state it's in right now, it's playable, but I wouldn't want to play this for very long. Next up, Alex has dug up DOSGAMES /arcade/ESCAPEVH. Looks like we're about to escape with both the vertical and the horizontal directions. With 131 files. Holy jeez, I don't think that's gonna... Yeah, that's not even gonna fit on a single page here with the /W command. Okay, /W/P it is. Oh, everything that got cut off was just extra DAT files. Okay. Although given that many DAT files, that means there's probably a lot going on here. What would we got in terms of actual, like, executables and stuff? Actually, looking at this, everything is a .dat file, save for an escape.doc and a wescape.exe. So, yeah, I guess first off is to go edit escape.doc and see what we've got here. So, escape from Van Nuys High? Did I get that right? Escape from Van Nuys High? Apparently this is a technical manual. And yeah, the file date is from 88, so this is old. So what is Escape from Van Nuys High? Escape from Van Nuys High is an interactive fiction game in which you participate and take part in the story. It is similar to the games written by Infocom, such as Zork, etc. Each move in the story will advance you further into the game. The game is composed of multiple interactive puzzles, which you must solve in order to solve the entire game. Okay. So is it like more than just a... Is it like more than just a text adventure? Is it actually like a kind of a text adventure / puzzle game? And this was apparently made by a Mr. Kerry Nash. And apparently, if you like the game, and he wants a small donation of $10 to $15 for it. Although apparently he doesn't require it, because it doesn't say like registration or anything like that. Also, apparently the game has a Jive translation? I'm not sure if I want to test that or not, but I guess we could. Also, I find it interesting that it says here that you can stack commands, so you can perform multiple commands in a row by separating them with commas. That seems like a little pointless, because wouldn't you want to see the result of each command you input? But then, what do I know? So, what was it? W-escape. So, as a huge, ugly, Pacho-like vision approaches you, you scream in utter terror and wake up in a cold sweat. As you open your eyes, you see a viscous pool of vomit, apparently yours. You groggily try to recollect the events of the preceding day. Slowly it comes back to you. It was a bleak day, because you forgot to bring your lunch to school. You recall talking with several of your friends about the recent developments concerning the scandalous affairs of Mrs. Spence and the rest of the Von Nuys administrative staff over a hefty helping of mystery meat and garlic bread. Oh boy, this is a story. Okay, so this is where it all started. The cafeteria eating area. There are about 10 rows of tables here, and a door slightly ajar to the west. There is vomit sitting under the nearest table. Hooray! From here you can go west into the inner part of the cafeteria. Oh boy. Well, first, let's see if we have an inventory going. You are carrying ID. Look at ID. This is your student ID card. It's needed to participate in school activities, and I just noticed that we're burning time with every single command we input. That means that there's probably a time limit before the game just flat out tells you you're done. But anyways, so I can go west into the inner part of the cafeteria. The door is also to the west, so I guess we'll go west. You walk through the door to the coveted back room of the cafeteria. You are now in the back room of the cafeteria, where the mystery food that is served daily is prepared. Strangely enough, there is no one here at this time. There is a cupboard in the corner of the room, as well as a door to the east of this large room. There are various appliances here as well. One that stands out is a microwave oven. There is a sink next to the oven. To the extreme north, there's a hash window, just very slightly ajar. Is that what it's called? A hash window? Like, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, maybe it's a window full of drugs now or something. Like, given the way this game is written, I wouldn't put it past it. Maybe we should open that cupboard up. You yank open the front of the cupboard, revealing several shelves containing various items. You notice a bottle of Aunt Jemima's maple syrup in the back. Get syrup. Grab hold of the sticky bottle of syrup. It's not comforting knowing that the bottle itself is sticky. Maybe we should check the quality of the water while we're here. Turn sink on. How should I turn the sink on? Oh, like, maybe there's a handle on it or something? There's an on-off knob you can turn. It is currently off. Turn knob. What direction should I turn the knob to? Turn knob counterclockwise? Okay, it probably wants... Does F3 work? No, F3 doesn't work. Oh, I can backspace the... I can backspace the little arrow thing. Turn knob left. Water's already off and the knob won't budge. Well, if I just put in look, yeah, it gives me the state of the room. So that is one thing I'm liking here, is that the game is very descriptive, and it's recognizing pretty much every command I throw at it, at least to the point of making it easy to understand what I'm screwing up. And yeah, so far it seems to be working okay. Let's see what else we can do here. Is there an exits command? No, and in fact I just noticed here that the game is taunting me for wasting my commands. So yeah, Oh wait, there might be something in the microwave. Open microwave. Open the door to the microwave. Okay, now look at it and tell me if there's anything in there. Oh, the door's currently open. Look inside microwave? No, it doesn't say what's in there. I mean, I guess I could just put the syrup in there and just... like, this is a terrible idea, but put syrup in microwave. You place the crusty syrup into the microwave oven. I'm a little surprised that this is working. So, close microwave. Turn on microwave. As you start the oven, you look through the little window on the front, at the bottle of syrup inside. Soon, a very sickening smell pervades the room, as you notice the sugar is beginning to burn. Phew. Maybe I should just turn it off and take the syrup out. Turn off. Microwave. Turn the microwave off. Open microwave. You open the oven to the microwave, revealing your syrup hard, hot, and crusty. You promptly remove it from the oven. Okay, so now what we do with it? We could try to drink the syrup. Like, I mean, it's gonna be so searing hot it would kill us, but... The syrup, after many years of rotting in the old cupboard, and the cold temperatures, has become somewhat hard and crusty. It's no longer syrupy, and it appears that all of its liquid has long evaporated. Oh. Well, so much for that idea. So yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of a game here, but this first puzzle in the game, just trying to get out of these first two rooms, is a bit crazy. So I think I'm just gonna call it here, but like so far as in terms of like actual interaction with the text parser here, this is very easy to work with. So I would say as long as the time having that constantly ticking time limit doesn't bother you, then this would probably be an interesting one to check out. Although given the beginning of the writing there, I would say make sure you've got a strong stomach for interesting descriptive text, because I got a funny feeling there's more where that came from. And our last dig for today from Justin Hewlett is WINGAMES /GG/solar. Well, I'm gonna guess it has something to do with space, because in the context of gaming, solar is usually referring to like a star or something. But anyways, well, that says solvent, not solar. Huh. Then we got a register.write, solvent.help, syllable.text. Huh. A bunch of VBX and DLL files. So we already know this is written in Visual Basic. So, like, what's this syllable.text? Okay, so it's a bunch of, yeah, it's a bunch of... I'm not entirely certain how I would classify this. Like, we've got some definite definite names from like mythology and such. Like we got Lucifer in here. We got Valhalla, Loki, Odin. There's a lot in here, but they've all been separated into 2 sections with a hyphen. Like it says syllable.txt, but it's not even like completely separated, because like I mean Jupiter is only separated into Jupiter. There should be like another hyphen in there, but there isn't. Huh. So I wonder what the rest of this is then. Well, we do have the help file here. So Solar Vengeance 2.0 Overview. Solar Vengeance is a game of interstellar conflict and conquest for 1 to 6 players. Okay, so that suggests it's going to be a strategy game. Each player takes on the role of an interstellar empire seeking domination in a cluster of stars. Objective of Solar Vengeance is to eliminate enemy empires. An enemy is eliminated when its capital star system is conquered. So yeah, looking through the documentation here, it seems this is a very much more simplified version of what you would consider to be like a galactic conquest game. Like, say, Master of Orion. Except this, as I said, this is much simpler, because like we've only got 6 different kinds of ships here. We got warships, drones, scan ships, spy ships, E-mines, and freighters. And that's pretty much it. So I guess we could try running it. Although we have to register, so how much does the guy want for this? Whoa. Okay, so apparently this game costs $25. So that means this better... Oh, wow, and I just noticed that one of the things under here is $45. Jeez. And apparently made by a Silicon Commander Games. Okay, then. So, let's go into it. I don't know why it's... Oh, right, Solar Vengeance. Sol Ven. I get it now. Okay, so yeah, $25. We're good. So, we'll begin a new game. Okay, and we actually get to set up our details here. Now I noticed none of these... Okay, I see. The demo version of Solar Vengeance allows you to play a full game with 2 players. So you're not allowed to have all the way up to full 6. I guess maybe we'll leave it on defaults there, although I will change my name here, because I am me. And player 2 can be someone else. Always a good stand-in. Okay, so waiting for Gemini. Okay. Interesting. Like, I mean, the thing I find most interesting is that the version number keeps increasing. We're at 2.0 to start with, and then it called itself 2.1, and now we're up to 2.4. It's like, make up your mind. So yeah, so apparently this is where we are. Like, we can move this square around. Like, is this for, like, tactical, or... Oh, there we go. Okay. And then we can select the specific squares for things. So this is apparently our planet here. So it's our capital planet. Its value is 10, resources 30, scanners 5, shields 8. And we can build starships, more shields, or more scanners. Okay. And so I'm guessing that's what the resources are for. Although I wonder what the value means. Unless the value is like what increases things over time. Because yeah, it's saying available resources 30. Oh, but when I build a starship, I can actually choose which kind of ship I want to make. Okay, that makes sense. Now, that's interesting too. You can actually adjust the various features of the ships that you make, which I'm guessing in turn makes it more expensive. Yes, it does. Okay, and it looks like if I want to capture a star system, I have to use a warship. Like, there doesn't seem to be like a dedicated ship for colonizing a planet. So I'm guessing, because like there's a couple planets near me, which you know, the more I can get into sooner, the better. Although it would probably be a good idea to scan stuff around me as well. So let's see about this. Well, I also have to consider that I don't want it to take forever to get to these planets. Yeah, these say owner independent, which means I probably still have to take them over to some degree. So let's see here. Let's try building a ship with 4 engines and 2 offensive rating. Now we can place it there. And can I actually move it on this turn? Doesn't look like it. So I think building it takes a turn, and then we'll be able to do more on the next turn. And then I also want to build a scan ship. So I want to give this thing some good engine power and a good scan radius. And then we're going to use this ship to actually scan some of these planets and stuff, so we know where to send everything. And then I guess for the rest of the turn, like maybe we can like build more shields and stuff. So like I've got 10 resources left, so if I put that into shields, then yeah, it brings us up to... Well, that's interesting. The cost goes up the more of them you have, which I guess makes sense. Well, I guess that's it for my first turn, so you sure you want to end your turn? Yes. Okay, so now I actually have like unused movement, and I got 10 resources. Okay then, so the value of the planet indicates how many resources you get per turn. I getcha. So do I actually just move it like... Oh, you actually move it in steps. Oh, wow. There's a planet that's probably really worth going for as compared to these two, but... Well, actually, let's see if we can get those two planets. So if I go like this... Hey, I actually captured the planet there. Cool. And can we do it for the other one as well? We can indeed. So, I just, like, they're not very valuable planets, but, you know, I'll take them. But to actually beat this planet here, we probably need, like, a really powerful ship to do it, so I'll probably have to wait a turn to build up the resources for that. Okay, so turn 3 here. So I'm going to build a ship that can deal with this planet here, which had, like, 13 value to it or something like that. So, let's do a warship with a good amount of... Oh, 7's as high as I can bring it. Ooh. So yeah, I'm going to try a warship with an offensive rating of 4. Put that one down like this. We're going to build one more. We'll give it an offensive rating of 5 instead, and see if that does the trick. And we'll send both of them out to this planet to see if we can actually take it over and get all of its resources and such. But in the interim, I gotta move this ship. So 9 movement. Okay, we got a couple planets over here. This one's got a value of 14, so that means it could build up resources really quickly. Okay, let's see if we can take that planet. So... Oh, don't have enough movement to do it. Okay, let's see if we can take it. So, this is the one with 4 offensive power. No, that only brought the shields down by 4, so that means this one... Yeah, not gonna cut it. But it did bring the shields down to 1, so, you know, one more attack from even a weaker ship could probably do it. And, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might have played a game like this once before in the past, so it's probably... I got a funny feeling I have played this one before. And... You know, if it's what I remember, then this actually is, like, it's just basically a really... It's a simplified sort of space combat game, which is actually not that bad to play, just because you don't have to worry about micromanagement to the nth degree, because everything is so simple. You only have the six different kinds of ships, which each serve very specific purposes. You move everything in steps. You're basically protecting yourself with shields. You have scanners to detect things, and then the value of the planets to determine how many resources you get per turn, and resources to pay for everything. So when it comes down to it, it is very simple, but works. So yeah, I would say look into this one, because this actually looks like a strategy game that I might actually be able to wrap my head around.